I'm at Anime NYC. My voice is going, but I'm gonna be making a tutorial for this hat in this video today. I hope you enjoy it, and in the next couple clips you'll hear me in a better sound, I promise. It's a little overwhelming right now, but if this is your first time looking at a con, this is where I usually go every single year. So this is what the hat looks like. It's an ear flap hat with a Pochita chainsaw on it. It's pretty simple. It's definitely a beginner pace pattern, so I'll see you guys soon. Hello everyone, I am now home. It's about actually almost a week later since I made my Pochita hat. It is super cute. Let me get it for you. I'm calling this the Pochita ear flap hat because, you know, it kind of covers that. It covers your ears. Yeah. Look at the little chainsaw. There you go. So this is technically a made-to-measure pattern because you're crocheting until you get like the top of your head, and then for the ears portion you kind of have to like eye it. That's what I did. I literally just eyeballed it. I forgot some materials that I need. I forgot that you actually need stitch markers for this too, so just for the ears portion. It's not easy, but honestly, as long as your ears are covered, you don't really, no one's gonna notice except for you if you're making this for yourself, you know. I mean, I could make some to sell, but it'll be a little hard. Yeah, you're gonna need at least 2 stitch markers, maybe 3. Or you can just use the whole thing if you want. Like, that's up to you though. So anyway, I use acrylic yarn for the making of the hat. So this is orange, this is Big Twist. I'm pretty sure this color is discontinued, unfortunately. So the best option I found is Impeccable. I would get at least maybe 2 skeins of Impeccable if you're using. Let's see. And you got gray yarn from Red Heart Super Saver. White yarn from Big Twist as well. Black is also a Big Twist. And this is faux yarn. This is what I made on the outside right here. You don't have to do this. It's optional. You can just literally do a black border, like a black acrylic yarn border, because I know that yarn is pretty expensive, but I found this yarn from Michael's. This is the exact one I use, faux fur polyester. It's 56 yards, 10.5 ounces, 297 grams, and the color is black. Super bulky, weight 6. You need an 8mm hook for this when you're doing it. If you use the faux yarn, like I said, you don't have to do that. But today I will use the faux yarn again. So anyway, let's get started. On the hook, make sure you're using a 4.5mm, and make sure you have scissors ready to go and your needle to sew in the edges, or the the ends. All right, so I typically use the magic ring method. I know a lot of people don't like it, but this is just what I do. So okay, so similarly enough, this is also similar to my bucket hat pattern, so I'm going to put that in the description below. The stitches that you're going to need to know already are slip stitch, double crochet, and that's it. Slip stitch and double crochet is literally all you need to know for this pattern. I'm not even exaggerating. And I guess if you need to know the magic ring, but if there's another way that you use to make the ring, by all means go ahead and do it. So anyway, after you make the ring, you're going to chain 2, and you're going to put 10 double crochets in the ring. Once you have your 10 double crochets, you're going to pull the middle, and now you close the hole. So now what you're going to do is that you are now going to slip stitch, not the top here, but right here on this chain 2. And there you go. The hole is officially closed. So now what you're going to do, you're going to chain 2 or 3. You can do chain 2 or 3. It really doesn't matter, but so now what you're going to do is that in this stitch right here, the first one, you're going to do this, you're going to place 2 double crochets. And you're going to do that for the rest of the stitches here. So you're going to have at least, you're going to have 20 stitches now. Once you have 20 stitches for row 2, do not go into this stitch right here. This does not count. The last stitch should be right here. You're now going to slip stitch on the chain 2 right here. And boom, row 2 is finished. So now for row 3, you're going to chain 2. So pretty much you're going to chain 2 every time you start a brand new row. It is going to already start making like a saucer or a little hat. So just be mindful, this is normal. So now for this row, you're going to do 1 double crochet in the next stitch and then 2 in the other. And you're going to keep going until the end. You should be ending off with a double crochet, an increase row. So there's 1, 2. I'm sorry. You should be ending off with a increase on the last stitch. So again, 1 double crochet, increase. One double crochet, increase. And you're going to make that all the way around, and then at the end we'll count how many stitches you should have. As long as you end with a double crochet with an increase on the last stitch, you pretty much did it right, even if you lost count. So okay, now we just finished row 3, and you should be at 30 stitches right here. So now you're going to, once again, slip stitch in the chain 2. Don't worry about the holes here. This will be on the top of your head, so nobody will literally notice. And also the chainsaw will also cover up the holes. So now for row 4, chain 2, 1, 2. And now we're going to do 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet again, and then the next stitch will be an increase. So also, if you're unsure of where you're at, usually in the increase row before, the second stitch here is usually where you put your increase. So see how there's 2 in the last row? Typically you put the increase in the next one. That's a little tip that I kind of just discovered for myself. It's probably already out there, but you know. So again, 2 double crochet, and then an increase right here. Ta-da! Again. Increase. And you're going to do that all the way around. Once again, like I said, do not put a stitch in this increase, in this slip stitch right here. This is your last stitch right here. Okay, after row 4, you should be at 40 stitches. Double crochet the increase at the last stitch, and once again, slip stitching in the chain 2. Okay, so now, as you can see, you're going to keep doing this pattern and you're going to increase it. So the next row should be 3 double crochets, and then you increase. The next one will be 4 double crochets, increase. The one after that will be 5 double crochets, increase. If you need to make yours longer or bigger because you have a bigger head, by all means do that, because I have a small head. I look like I have a head of a teenager or a preteen. So 5 increases is my preferred size measurement. So once we get to after doing 5 double crochets increase, I will get back to you on what to do next. Okay, so I finished 7 rows, 5 increases, so 5 double crochets and then increase. This fits my crown of my head perfectly. So now you're going to go down on your face and determine, like, if you want it to go a little bit above your eyes. So this is now that length. So I did to do this one, I did 2 rows of just double crochet for that. I think this time I'm going to do 3, just because I think it was just a little too short. So I'm going to do 3 regular crochets for this. So make sure you're putting it on to determine if it's like too far down in your face. It's totally up to you on how you make your hat. So I'm going to just do just a plain double crochets, no increasing at all. You're just going all the way around. I'm going to do that for 3 rows. So I'm going to be at row 10 by the time I am done with the length of my hat. And then we can get on with the ear flaps. Okay, so after 3 rows of just plain double crochet, this is what I ended up with. I already tried it on, and it fits me perfectly to where it goes down to my eyes, or my eyebrows, whatever you want to do. So now, all you have to do is just cut this. You can take the time to sew in the ends if you want, but that's up to you. But I'm not going to right now. I'm going to do the ear flaps now. So, tips on how to do the ear flaps. What you can do is literally just put stitch markers on the ends here, and then just determine how big the ear flaps you want to go. Or you can put it on a mannequin, like a little bust head you can get from like Michael's or Joann's, and do it and then determine like where the ears go. But those heads don't really fit people's head. Like, they're not like real heads, so it's kind of hard. And then, or you can get a friend to help you to just measure out, like, hey, can you just measure out where my ears are? Nice and easy. So I'm going to do, since this is just a little tutorial, I am actually going to do the stitch marker way. So I have this like this because this is where the chainsaw is gonna go. The eyes are gonna go over here. Chainsaw is going here. So I'm just gonna fold this directly in half. Place a stitch marker directly at like the half point. There we go. That's 1. Come on. And that's 2. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna eyeball it. So now this is pretty much where the half point is, and I'm just gonna measure out like a couple rows. I like to make my ear flaps wider. So take more stitch markers. This is why you need like a couple more stitch markers than what you got here. I suggest getting like 6 maybe. Okay. So this is the middle. So I'm gonna try and do about maybe 12 rows. I think I did 10 on that one. So here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's pretty wide. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's like perfect. So you're gonna do the same thing on the other side. Wow, I have just enough stitch markers. I have another pack somewhere. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and I'm going to put it on and see how it looks on me. I eyeballed it perfectly. I'm so happy. Ah, this is coming out so good. So now, take another thing of yarn, slip knot it, you know, the whole thing. You're now going to make the flaps. I do about 8 rows. It goes down to about like my cheek or my chin area. If you want to make it longer, by all means, go ahead. I think they'll just be right by my chin line. It'll look really cute. So now all you're gonna do is just like a normal row. I start mine a little bit differently, so let me show you. Single crochet, go into this, pretty much do another single crochet. I call this double stacking single crochet. It looks like a double crochet, but I'm sure there's another term for it. So anyway, we're gonna do a row. Just like normal, just like you're going in like the rows itself. We'll take out the stitch markers in the end, or you can just take them out as you go. That's totally up to you. Okay, last stitch. Okay, so we did a row. So now, if you want, you can take out the stitch markers now, which I'm going to do right now because I don't need to anymore. I don't need these anymore. Tell me where I am. All right, so now next row. Just turn. You're now going to do the same exact thing as the other, as here. So with double stacking single crochet. Go into this. Doing a single crochet. Go into this hole right here. This right here. Done. And now that's the start of your second row. Okay, so I'm going to do my 8 rows and I will get back to you once we do the other side. Okay, so I actually ended up doing 6 rows instead just because it fit my face like perfectly. So now we're going to do the same exact thing on the other side. Literally same attachment, same rows, 6 rows. Literally the same exact thing as the other side. It's a little weird there. It's a little weird there, but it's okay. I got it. I gotta hold on it. Oh my god, why do I keep not... There we go. I keep going for a single crochet. Why do I keep doing that? There we go. There we go. And now you're going to do the same exact thing as the other side. Take out the stitch markers, 6 rows, sew in the ends, and then we're going to move on to the fur, the faux yarn trim. We're finally done with orange yarn. Yay! All done. It looks so cool so far. I tried it on. It looks perfect. So, goodbye, orange yarn. So now here's the point where you don't have to do a trim or like an edge. You can just do a plain black or you can do the fur. It's totally up to you. I'm still thinking about if I want to do just plain black trim or the fur. I don't know. The fur is actually really hard to work with. It takes a little bit more time, but the end result is so freaking cool. So, I think I'm gonna end up doing the fur. So if you're doing the fur, like myself, okay. It's a little hard to work with. As I said, you're going to need a bigger hook size. I would get at least an 8. Very, very hard to work with. It was my first time working with it, and it was... Oh, I was struggling, but then I finally got the hang of it. I already used another secret. I made another secret project. That'll be another tutorial eventually. I don't know when that will be, but it's coming though. So now what you're gonna do? I actually think I'm going to do this side, the opposite side, to make it easier on yourself. No one's gonna know what stitch you use. Literally, they're just gonna be like, "Oh, black trim. Ooh." Only you're gonna know. For me personally, I did slip stitch. So you're just gonna go into the stitch. You're literally just gonna do the best you can. You can't even see what you're doing. You have to literally feel what you're doing. It is so difficult working with this yarn. I don't know how people make stuffed animals with this yarn. I give them credit because I could literally never. There you go. All you gotta do is just slip stitch all the way around until you get to this point. It's gonna look so cute. Okay, all finished. This is what the inside's gonna look like, just to let you all know. So, but yeah, I tried it on. It's literally perfect on me. It is super cute. Love it so far. So now, next we're going to make the eyes. You're going to grab your 4.5mm again. So now we're going to be doing single crochets. So make sure you know how to do single crochets before I do this. I'm not gonna pretty much teach you how to do the stitch. You're gonna need a stitch marker for this section. Okay, let's do a magic circle. I know it's hard to see with the black yarn. I'm sorry, but there's really nothing I can do to prevent that. There we go. And then just chain one. There we go. Okay, single crochet. You're going to do 6 single crochets in the circle. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pull the ring. Make sure you close it. It's very hard to see. I know. I'm sorry. But, you know, he's got black pupils. I don't know what to tell you. Put a stitch marker on the last stitch here. Okay, so now you're going to place a single crochet in the first stitch that we made here. This is going to be all increased the next row. So make sure you do all increases for the next row. Make sure you double check. I know it's hard to see with the black, but you really got to do it. Here's the last stitch. Place 2 double crochets. I'm trying to remember, did I do, yeah, it looks like I did 2, and then I did 1 white. Okay, just double checking. Okay, so now I'm going to put down the black and get the white. Cut off the black because we're done with the black. And now we're doing white. So now we're doing the pupils, right? No, whatever the white area is. I don't remember what it's called. Make sure you do the stitch marker. To indicate that that was the last stitch in the row. Okay, so now you're going to do 1 single crochet, increase. 1 single crochet, increase. Again, one single, increase. 1 single, increase. 1 single, increase. 1 single, and then the last row should be an increase. Alright, and the eye is pretty much done. Slip stitch the last stitch here, and boom, you have an eye! Yay! You have an eye! Nice! You're gonna want to do a big tail for this. This is what you're gonna use to sew. Boom! You got an eye! Yay! And now you're gonna make another one of those. So once you're done with that, we will, I'll show you how to make the chainsaw next. Okay, so eyes are done. Put them to the side for right now. Now we're doing the chainsaw. This is without a doubt one of the hardest ones I think I ever had to like figure out how to do, because you don't want to make it too big because it would just flop around, but this size is like the perfect size to make it just like still look like Pochita but still look pretty good. So you're gonna make a slip stitch, grab your gray yarn, you're gonna chain 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so now in the third stitch from the hook, so we don't count this stitch, 1, 2, 3, you're going to place a double crochet. Ugh, I did it wrong. Hold on. There we go. And then you're going to just double crochet throughout the entire row. Haven't used gray in a while, so it's a little tight on in the cake. It's gonna curl up, don't worry about that. Okay, the last stitch, you're gonna place actually 3 double crochets, and I'm gonna show you how to do that. So here's one, like normal. You're kind of gonna have to rotate now because we're gonna go like in a circle. Place the next one here. There you go. Hold on, I think yeah, there we go. I messed it up a little bit. Let me try that again. There we go. Okay, that looks a little better. Okay. Rotate it. Try to get the tail to like not be connected. Go the other side. Yeah, you gotta really fight with the tail on this. Huh? What happened here? Why is this like, why is my yarn not cooperating today? There we go. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. Anyway, so now you're actually going to go down back on the row. So in this stitch right here, place another double crochet. Right here, another double crochet. Right here, double crochet. Again. And again. And then we're getting up to the end now. But this is not the last stitch. There's one right here that we got to do. Don't forget this stitch over here. Yeah, you don't want to forget that one. Don't forget about the last one. And this is what it looks like right now. It's gonna look a little funky, but yeah, you can kind of see how the chainsaw is forming. So now what you're gonna do, you're gonna turn. Double stacking single crochet again. Now double crochet like normal. Okay, we're gonna start doing increases now. Or is it? No, I think it's the next one. I'm sorry, it's the next one. Yeah, we're gonna start doing increases right now. So, right here, place an increase, place another increase right here, next stitch, and then you're gonna do one more. And then just regular double crochets down the line. I think I got it. Actually, no, I gotta do one more. I gotta do one more right here. Yep, there's that last one. It's tricky. There we go. Okay, that looks, there we go. Okay, this is how it looks right now. It's gonna fix, don't worry. But now, we're done with gray. And now you're gonna switch to black. And all you're gonna do is just black, double crochet all the way around in every single stitch. Just like this, just plain double crochet. You're going to keep going until the end, and you're also going to make 2 of these, remember that. So you can kind of get that 3D effect. See how you can kind of see the chainsaw now? It'll look better when you sew it together, I promise. Okay, so I now have my little chainsaws. So now to make it 3D, we're going to sew it together. And then you're going to stuff it with polyfill. So how I sew these two together, I left one big tail because not only am I going to sew this together, I'm also going to use it to sew it on here as well. Ugh, I can't. There we go. Hard to grab on this table. Okay. Front stitch, front stitch. Again, front stitch, front stitch. Front stitch, front stitch. And you're pretty much going to do this for the entire way, all the way around. So I'm going to continue sewing, and I'll meet you back when we have to stuff it and sew onto the hat itself. Okay, so now you're going to stuff the chainsaw You don't want to make it too fat, but because you want to make it flat, right? Like this. I'm separating it so I can just like spread out the floof. Because you really don't need that much. Okay, so you're gonna sew this together. It's really hard to do, I'm sorry. Yeah, this is definitely the most time-consuming part. Yeah, honestly, if you can tie this, like if you can sew it properly, then hats off to you because I cannot. It's so hard. Um, but you know, as long as it's together, you're fine. You can do it. Do whatever you need to do. And then we'll do the eyes and then we're pretty much done. Okay, so it's been a couple hours since I was working on this. I had friends come over and I ended up sewing this off of screen. It was very difficult. So, like I said, like in the beginning, it gets rid of those holes. You literally don't even see those, what you did in the beginning. That's why I put the chainsaw. When I put it on, the chainsaw has to go a little bit lower, but you know what? It's totally fine. So, now we get to do the eyes, and we're just about done. I'm so excited. Yay! So, a trick that I have for sewing on the eyes, actually, which is kind of funny. All you gotta do is just cut it, because it's gonna get hidden anyway. You don't even have to sew these in. I'm not even joking. Just have them on a little bit, though. There we go. Alright, put it over here, and then the same thing on the other side. As long as you don't cut this long tail, you're totally fine, but sewing on the eyes are so much easier than sewing on the chainsaw. Okay. Alright, let's get started with sewing the eyes. Yay! I like to put it like as close as I can to the eyes. I mean, to the chainsaw, so as long as it's right next to it, you're totally fine. I kind of just go like down, like shooting through the hat. Where is it? There we go. And then I kind of just like take a guess and put it back in. I literally just feel my way through and then just go and pop it back up. I do that for the entire thing, by the way. So we're gonna do this all the way around, and then you're gonna do the other one, and then we are all done. Oh my goodness. Ugh, I have trouble. It's a, you know what? It's time consuming, but you know, I got this done within a couple hours. If I didn't have to stop and hang out with friends, I would have been done within like 3 hours. Oh no! See, another problem is that when you can't see, this comes out. And then you don't remember, like, what you just did. Okay. We are here. There we go. Yeah, see, like, it's still gonna end up right next to the chainsaw, so don't worry. And then you just kind of tuck in the ends, and then that's it. I'm gonna show you the reveal at the end. It's time for the reveal. I finished, finally. The eyes look so goofy. No, because the eyes really do look goofy. Oh my god. Oh, this one's a little too far. Yeah, it's alright. It still looks like Pochita though. It's actually really cute. I know this one's a little better because this is the first one I made. Of course, the first one is always a little better than the second one, but it looks so derpy. But yeah, it's all done. I just like the length of the ear flaps this time. I'm happy with the hat. I mean, the, the eyes look a little derpy, but you know, it's okay. But yeah, we are finished. I'm super happy. I hope you all enjoyed this tutorial. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments down below. And thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!